First I needed to make an octagonal cylinder so it matches the shape of the hallway in the film. My first practice attempts didn't work because the tunnel seemed too short and narrow, unlike the hallway in the film. So to get the large effect I had to make it bigger on one end of the cylinder and smaller on the other to give the illusion of a long, wide hallway. To do this I first drew an octagon template on paper. Then I drew a second octagon, making sure it was twice the size as the previous one. Using the two octagons as guides I was able to precisely get the measurement for the dimensions of the long walls that make up the cylinder. Using these templates I cut out the octagon-shaped back of the hallway out of foam board, and all 8 side walls. I then measured and carefully cut windows out running down each wall and stuck tracing paper on the back so light could seep through, but you couldn't see out. I then decorated the inside to match the film more, and glue-gunned it all together. I then stuck rough pieces of black paper around the joints so light couldn't seep through the gaps. I then printed out a miniature version of the main character Dave, and stuck him in the middle. To make Hal I got a lens from an enlarger and shone a red laser through the lens to try and create the effect of Hal. But after several attempts it just wasn't working. So I printed out a photo of Hal and placed it behind the lens and photographed it in the dark on a slow shutter speed so I wouldn't get too much reflection from one light source. I then took the photo of Hal into Photoshop and had to create the silver ring around him using the tools in Photoshop. This is because when I tried to take photographs of circular things that were similar to Hal it didn't work. Either it wasn't the correct size, the correct color or even design I needed, so I decided the best way to get the look I wanted was to make it. Then I took the picture of Dave walking through the hallway and the photo of Hal and merged them together using the blending tool so it looks like we are seeing through Hal's eyes. This is the final design.